Hello YouTube, it's me again with more drums, more drum lessons, doing fills. Today we're going to do a fill. It's probably start off with this one. Actually, I think this is open to anyone really. I'll start off. What we're going to do is kind of like looking at how you can develop a fill. So you can come up with like an idea, just how you can change that idea and improve upon it. Set yourself little challenges. And get just basically a bit more mileage out of one simple pattern or one simple rhythm. So yeah, so beginners, give it a go and then just work your way up, and I'll give you a few more examples that some of you more advanced players might get something out of as well. So yeah, enjoy the new drum kit we're using a Ribchester today. It's probably my dad's other prized possession, but it sounds quite nice. Still with the same snare drum though. Still sticking with the old frame. Okay. Let's have a look at the feel. So I was going to do this with a basic pattern, which was just going to be, I'll play it like that. Whenever I'm hitting the hi-hat and I'm hitting the bass drum at the same time, so it's like, and then we go into our beat. Okay, so you can either keep it open as you play it, or you can use the crashes. You can keep it open, so you can just open it as you make contact with the bass drum. So you get this. So almost has a choked feel, or like I said. Okay, so I'll just show you a couple of variations just with that basic feel. So it's like 1, 2, and 3, and 4. That's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count it for you guys and play it at the same time. I haven't really thought it through. I'm blagging it. But either way, it's bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass. And you can either use just your right hand when you're doing the bass drums and hi-hats or crashes, or you can go right, left as well. So I'll give you an example. So, first of all, what we're going to do is just look at, we're going to keep the same rhythm, it's going to have the same sort of punctuation, but I'm just going to move my hands to different places. So this time I'm going to do, so we've got basically 3 groups of snares in there, so I'm going to go, so this time I'm going to do the first group of 2 on here, then the next one's on here, then the next one's on here. Okay, so you go. So that's just an idea you could do. Okay, move them all around, but what I want to look at is then doubling these notes. So we're playing 16th notes for the snare drum here. Every time I'm hitting a bass drum or a crash, they're 8th notes, and then we're doing 2 16ths whenever we hit the snare or toms. What we're going to do is we're going to turn those 2 16th notes into 4 32nd notes. Okay, so if I just stick to the snare drum and the hi-hat for the first few times, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'll play it with the 16th notes first, and then I'll turn them into 8th notes a second. God's sake, my maths. So I'll play the snare drum notes as 16th notes on the first time round. On the second time round, I'll play them as 32nd notes. That was right. Okay, here we go. My main groove is, the harder this is going to get, so I'm just going to keep it sort of medium tempo for now, but it's still fast enough, you can hear what I'm doing. Okay, so let's try that with the, so we use the crashes this time. Don't worry if you've got two crashes, use the ride, use the hi-hat and stuff like that. You can even replace these crashes with toms, just use them as eighth notes. It's just a pattern we're learning, and then we're learning just to mash up the pattern and do some other ideas. Okay, so that's what it sounds like when you 32nd note snare drums. Now we can actually mix it up, okay, so I can use little groups of stuff. I could use either 2 16th notes or 4 32nd notes. So let's put the 32nd notes in the middle. I'll put the 16ths in the middle and play the other ones as 32nd notes. Okay, we can do the same idea with toms as well. So we can have like. But there's going to be mistakes, I can sense it. You can probably see on my face that I'm actually guessing, oh, I'll do this one now. Looks a little bit weird. Once you get the hang of that, you can then, instead of just doing the 32nd notes on one drum, you can then start moving them around the kit to different ideas if you like. I don't want to go on too long, but I think you generally get the idea of that. So that little pattern there was bass, snare, snare, bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, bass, snare, snare, bass. I'll have that one written down. What I was going to try and do is set up a Facebook page and then just chuck up everything I do for these lessons. I'll just whack up on there like what they look like written down, and then you can probably just print them off or just nick them. But I'm giving them to you, so technically it's not stealing. But yes, I'm running out of things to say, so I hope that helps. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe and like if you're enjoying it. And thank you for all the comments the people have left so far. It's really cool to get some positive feedback, so I really appreciate that. So thanks. I'll see you soon.